Welcome to A Student of Leadership, a micro-podcast where leaders are made one habit at a time. Hosted by Rob Adams, a leadership veteran with 30 years of experience, this podcast explores key concepts that define exceptional leadership. Each episode delves into a powerful word or strategy, offering practical insights and real-world stories. Whether you're just starting out or an experienced executive, join Rob as he guides you in learning, growing, and leading with purpose.
Good day, everyone, and welcome back to A Student of Leadership, where great leaders are made one habit at a time. I'm Rob Adams, your host, and today we're going to change things up a little bit. I want to talk about something around habits because, we've been focusing on one word that defines leadership, whether it's trust or feedback or feed forward, etc. And today I want to talk about the habit loop. How do we create leaders that build skills just like that, one step at a time? What if I told you that the difference between a good leader and a great one isn't vision, it's not charisma or intelligence, it's habits. It's not flashy, it's not sexy, but it is foundational. Because while talent might get your foot in the door, habits are what keep you in the room and they keep you growing. Now, James Clear, somebody that I follow, wrote an amazing book called The Atomic Habits, and he said it best. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And for leaders, systems are often habits in disguise. Whether it's running better meetings, giving timely feedback, or making clear decisions, these aren't talents. They're behaviors. And behaviors become habits when repeated with intention and structure. It's about doing the repetitions, practicing over and over again. Now, 3 truths leaders need to know. And they've got to own them. Habits are identity-based. You become the kind of leader you repeatedly behave like. Tiny wins matter, B.J. Fogg reminds us of. He says, emotions create habits. Celebrate the smallest wins. I want you to think about cue, routine, and reward. In fact, Dugan's habit loop is that architecture behind every behavior you want to lock into. Now, let's share a real story. One of the most admired CEOs I ever knew missed a one-on-one. Never missed one. Ever. Rain or shine. Zoom or in person, that time was sacred. Now, why is that? Because his habit was simple. Review my team's wins, challenges, and upcoming goals every Friday morning at 7:30. It was a cue. It was triggered in a behavior. And by Monday, he was showing up ready to lead, not to catch up. After a year, his direct reports named those weekly touch points as the single most trust-building behavior he had modeled. Now let's talk about some repeatable habits for leaders. If you want to build a sustainable growth habit as a leader, try these things. First, anchor a new habit to a current routine, something you're already doing. For example, after I drink my first cup of coffee, I will reflect on one team win from yesterday. Number 2, shrink the behavior. Don't try to read 10 leadership books. Read literally 1 page every morning. I promise you'll get past that first page. Number 3, track it visibly. You see, habit streaks motivate progress. Check marks create momentum. As B.J. Fogg once said, celebrate immediately. This wires the habit faster than repetition alone. Now let's reflect. What identity are you currently with your leadership habits reinforcing? So what do you reinforce in the habits of leadership? Which habit is currently helping you grow? And which one is holding you back? And what small behavior could you add this week that compounds into a bigger one over time? Now let's jump into our action challenge. I want you to pick one micro habit that aligns with the kind of leader you want to be. Start really tiny. Stick to it daily, track it, and then celebrate it. Remember, you don't need massive action. You need consistent action. And I'll give you a good example. I love to walk. I love to walk multiple times a week. And if I can just get my sneakers on, it's enough to tip me to the level that I'm going to go out and do that action. It's a small move that leads to big impact. Now, our leadership habit of the week is about leaders who reflect daily, lead more wisely weekly. Start your day with a 3-minute morning reflection. What did I learn yesterday? What does my team need the most from me today? Now, in the next episode, we're going to be tackling things around feedback and habits associated. How great leaders make growth safe. You're not going to want to miss it. I want to thank you, as always, for joining this episode of A Student of Leadership. Until next time, I want you to stay purposeful and aspirational and motivated to invest in yourself. Take care, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of A Student of Leadership. Leadership is about who we become and how we help others grow. If you found value in this podcast, share it with a fellow leader and connect with Rob on LinkedIn or leave a review. New episodes drop weekly, so don't forget to subscribe to stay connected. Until next time, keep learning, growing, and leading with intention. Remember, great leaders are made one habit at a time. See you next time on A Student of Leadership.